Can you scooshy scoosh? Can you scooshy scoosh? Scooshies? Squish. Lazy cat. Hello, my lovelies. In this video, I want to talk about the addiction to the dopamine high, right? You can get it and acquire it from so many different avenues, different methods, but it's there. People want to feel good, and depending on where you're going after that feeling is where you get to either a taboo section of life or frowned upon, or it's just disappointing that it's judged. But we all, that's the common denominator. We all have the desire to feel good and get that dopamine high, and we all seek it in different areas: alcohol, working out, sugar, shopping, kratom, stuff like that. So it really depends on who you are, the methods you choose. Celebrities, they choose really bad, toxic things because they have the money to do so. So that there's been plenty of smart, intelligent, accomplished, educated people that chose bad methods for chasing that dopamine high, right? No one is better than the other when it comes to that. I think we've all fallen guilty at one point or another of pursuing something that might not be the best, healthiest method, right? So that posh, executive type mentality thinking, or looking down upon people that choose kratom and stuff like that, even though there's plenty of colleagues, or maybe he or herself, that snort cocaine or, drink, liquor every night. But they'll have the audacity and the hypocrisy to look down upon people that smoke cigarettes, are obese, and get fat, because that's their coping mechanism to chasing that feel-good feeling. And it's all based on judgment, right? It's all centers on people and their judgment. Hypocrisy, of course, but it's judgment. But we all want that high. We all want that dopamine high. So it's kind of sad when you look at it from the standpoint of the mom on Prozac, right? Or the mom needing a glass of wine every night. It really comes down to that dopamine being an addiction. Like, that's the addiction. Not the methods we chase after or try. It's the fact that we need to feel that. And it's what, in that case, when we all accept the fact that that's the problem here, we're not happy in life, so we're all searching for ways to get happy. What's happened? Why can't we find contentment in life anymore? Why are we constantly chasing after that dopamine high? What is the common issue? As society has progressed, people always seek after those kind of comforting methods, right? It's nothing new under the sun. We just have a lot more options now, and we are a lot more unhappy. They've done studies out there about now we have even more at our fingertips than we ever did centuries before, and we are less happy. It just keeps going down, our happiness scale. As society progresses and more options are given to us, methods are there available to us, we get less and less content and happy. Why is that? And what is that common issue that we all can share as to being, yep, that's it. That's why. I have a few thoughts, as you know I do. I've had a crazy life in the sense of always in that fight or flight mode, right? I'm always ready for an argument, always ready with a comeback, always ready, intense for any situation to go wrong. It's just the upbringing I was in. I've had a very interesting life. I can speak to this topic because I've been down and out. I've been in a spot where no one was there to pull me up, and I had to find the strength and determination. So I can say, when you get when you get things easily given to you, handed to you, someone always there to save the day, and you really are not in that spot where you have to find your strength deep within you to rescue yourself, that doesn't help the lack of happiness you bring to your life. I equate happiness to contentment. I was sitting on my front porch the other day, and I'm often doing this. It's a regular thing I do these days because of where I'm at in my life. And I was just sitting there peaceful, smiling, not thinking of anything but the beautiful landscape of the Cascades while I sat on my porch swing with pure peace and contentment. And that was happiness. That was my dopamine high. The work, the blood, the sweat, the tears that I had to put to get to where I'm at today, sitting on that porch, came from me and the strength that God gave me to do it. But I still had to make a choice. I still get the credit. I'm still the one that chose to listen to God, to listen to that inner self, to say, get up, you have the strength, keep going. I get all the credit for the decisions I made to get to where I'm at today. So yes, always thank God because He is the ultimate person that gives you what you need to make it through and succeed. He gets the credit, but don't ever leave yourself out. We don't pray before every meal in our house. We're a spiritual family, but we do not pray before every meal. As a family, we pray once a day together, sometimes once a week, depending on our schedule. And God, of course, gets the glory to our health and our happiness and our ability to provide for our family and give Him the meals and to eat and all that. But before every flippin' meal, we don't do that because we busted our ass to provide the meal too. We could have been deadbeat parents to use our money elsewhere and not provide great, healthy food for our kids. There's so many shitty parents that don't. So we get some of that credit to be able to provide food on the table, our hard work that we chose to do. So it's not like we don't want to give God credit in that kind of situation. It's that we know that it takes two. We know ultimately we wouldn't be able to do what we do without God, but we also know we have a choice. Thankfully, we choose right. But I think Christians in general forget to give themselves the credit that they deserve for the right choices they make. And sometimes that's when unhealthy, and I'm not going to go down this tangent, but side note, that's sometimes often when people get obsessed with a religion and then get so nose deep in it and they get so obsessed like a heretic, they lose track of kind of sanity in a little bit because they become so obsessed that it then becomes a very unhealthy thing. I could do a video on that later because I have a whole spiel for that. But that being said, the desire for contentment and peace for me equates to happiness and finding that dopamine high. It took a few things though. It took my hard ass work, blood, sweat, and tears, and right decisions to get where I'm at. Because I didn't get shit handed to me. I didn't always have a grandma, grandpa, or mom or dad to fall back on. In fact, when I didn't have that is when I changed the most in my life. When I had people that I never thought would betray me, that's when I became the woman I am today. So in a way, I'm thankful that there's shitty people out there that push me to work hard to make the decisions I needed to make to get where I'm at today, oftentimes in a better spot than they are today. The people that did me wrong based on my choices.